Hello, my name is Jim McManus. I'm the Director of Public Health for Hertfordshire, and I want to talk to you today about how we get out of the COVID pandemic and some of the key things that you can do. We're in a situation where the virus is still circulating really widely in the community. The numbers at present time are growing. And although you'll have seen the media coverage of a vaccine, that vaccine won't be widely circulating in the community with enough people vaccinated until Easter. So we have at least 5 months of needing to take the measures we've all been taking of hygiene, risk assessment, cleaning and isolation to stop this virus in the tracks until the vaccine comes in. We also know that what you do is really important for the health of our population, both mentally and physically. It's really important that we get all sorts of activities from sports to school clubs and out of school clubs up and running safely as soon as possible. So I'm asking for your help in doing that. And I've got 2 sets of things I really need you to work with us on. The first is being COVID secure. And that means the following. First, you have to treat every single session of your activities or sports as somewhere that someone with the infection will be present. So in other words, COVID is present in your activities. And from that, you need to do a risk assessment, you need to have the cleaning in place, you need to have the measures like hand hygiene and face covering wearing in place to stop the virus circulating. Now, we're sending you all a letter with links to where you can do risk assessments and checklists of what you need to do. We're also sending you the contact details of all your local environmental health teams so that you can contact them for advice if you need it. But the first thing is be COVID safe. And if you do that, we will really stop this virus in its tracks. The second thing is self-isolation. Now, self-isolation is really important because actually it takes people who can spread the virus out of circulation. And if everybody who needed to self-isolate did, this virus would be stopped in its tracks within 6 to 8 weeks. It is that simple, it is that easy, but we recognise that self-isolation is difficult. So we're also sending you a checklist and some template letters to renew and review what you do on self-isolation. We know there have been a small number of cases where the guidelines haven't been followed, and that's led to outbreaks of infection. So it's really important in terms of self-isolation. So let me just talk you through a couple of the measures. Firstly, if you are a club coach or a club official or a trainer or engaged in tuition for out of school activities, and you have been in contact with somebody who's suspected to be infected with COVID, you need to self-isolate. That's really important because you could harbour the virus. And not only is that important, but you can be infected without knowing it, and you are more infectious before you develop symptoms. That's a really key thing to point out. Secondly, the club members who've come into close contact with the infected person, and the details about that will be in the checklist, also need not to attend the club. And if you're a parent of a young person or child who's been in one of those activities, it's really important, firstly, that your child doesn't attend the club, that you contact any other club that your child attends outside school, and you seek advice from the school on the next steps. We have a collective responsibility to apply the guidelines and to keep clubs and community sport functioning at a time when it's more important than ever for the physical and mental health of our population. The tools are in our hands. It's being COVID safe. It's treating everybody as if they might have it. So get the hygiene and so on in place and wear face coverings where needed and wash your hands. And it's self-isolate when you need to. You do those things together and we will stop this virus and we will reduce it so that we can all operate safely. So if you need support, contact your local environmental health team and we will put their contact details in the letter with the links. Thank you for all you're doing. I know it's difficult and we're all tired, but now is a time when more than ever we need to double down on these measures to stop this virus in its tracks. Thank you for listening.